So this little solar engine here works off these two garden lights here. There's one there and one over here. And I'm using two 47 caps, 4700 caps there. Here's my little eyeballs. And it uses two transistors, a PNP and a NPN. And it's using this blinking diode as the switch, basically, to open up the gate on the transistor. And you can see the little pager motor here spinning when it gets to about 2.1 volts. Okay people, here's where I'm at with this solar engine. I've been working on this, it's called a solar engine, and the way it works is those solar panels feed into the capacitor, and then once the capacitor is to a certain level, determined by some resistors and a blinking LED, it dumps the load into the motor, which is a pager motor. A motor out of a pager or a cell phone for the vibrating part, and you get a little movement out of it. And the only thing that's powering this stick turning right now is this little lamp. And I was inspired to build something like this because I had seen some other videos of people making things called beam butts, and you can look that up, B-E-A-M. And there's a bunch of plans for beam butts. And then I went to the dollar store and I found these two little toys here. The little bear and the elephant. So I wanted to try to make my own toy. And I opened up these toys, and the way that they work is there's actually a coil with a magnet that passes over, and the coil is pulsed. And there's actually no, spinning motor per se inside the toys. It's just a magnet that goes over the top of a coil. I should have filmed the insides of them, but I didn't. But anyway, so this one's a little bit different. And I've tried several designs, and I tried to make a 555 timer one, and about the same results. There's not a whole lot of power, and I think the reason why is because of these solar panels that I've been using are just the ones that come out of these dollar Pathfinder lights that you can get at any Dollar Tree store, or 5 and dime, I guess I'd call them. I tried the 555 timer circuit, and that didn't work out well for me. So I went back to the blinking LED one, and I'll put the schematic in the description. I'll put it up on my website, the plans, if you want to build your own. There's only a few working parts, and then the rest is creativity on your part to do something with the energy that you get out of this. I am kind of curious to see what it will do under real sunlight. Maybe nothing, I don't know. So anyway, the first step is to make some movement out of this besides a spin. And I've got these little servo arms, and the only way I can really think to attach them to this little pager motor here, you can see it spinning the little weight around, is by hot gluing, one of these little arms to it. So I've got my hot glue gun. I got my hot glue gun heating up here, and I'm just waiting for it to get ready, and then I'll go ahead and glue that on. And then I can make little push rods. It's still unclear to me what kind of project I'm making. I thought about making a little hula girl, or a little dude with a Les Paul or Fender. I thought that'd be kind of neat. Just something to sit inside your windshield, maybe of your car, or your house. Inspired by these little toys here. I just wanted to try to make my own. So, okay, I'm waiting for my glue gun, and I'm gonna go ahead and glue that little arm on that little motor right there. Alright, that's it for now. Okay, I have my little control horn glued onto my little pager motor, and so the next step for me is to take all this stuff apart and build it as small as I can. And I'm just going to solder the parts together without a breadboard, just stacking them on top of one another. So I'm going to do that next. I'm going to bend up a little paper clip. Let's see if I can catch it. This isn't a paper clip, but yeah, there we go. You can see the motor is not strong enough right now with this light to be able to move it. Of course, it's dragging too. I was just going to use a small paper clip. This is a little bit heavier than a paper clip for the little push rod. So, okay. As soon as I'm done soldering this stuff up, I'll be back. Okay, well you just seen me hook these two transistors together, and I wanted to explain how I assemble these parts like this. The first thing I do is I print out a schematic, and I'll usually do a couple of them, and then get a pencil, and then I go along here and mark all the parts out according to how they're sitting, like the collector, base, and the emitter, you know. And then because this schematic uses two different transistors, a PNP and an NPN, I marked the top of the PNP with a black Sharpie here, so I know which is which. And then as I make my connections, the one you just seen me do, I went with the collector to the base, this connection here. So I'll just take my pencil as soon as I make that connection, and I'll just put a scribble line through it like this, so I know that that connection is finished. And then I'll just keep going like that, and then once all these lines are scribbled out, I know that the project is completely, the circuit's finished. So that's my madness to putting this thing together. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and finish up the rest of this now. So I'm just soldering up my LED. Looking good. Well, I have most of the circuit done, and I'm just now going to tidy up the ends. Doesn't look too bad. Now I just have to add the capacitor and the solar panels and I'm good to go. I'll test it real quick here. Well, I figured I better test this out one more time before I put some final shrink wrap on it. So this is my positive up here. Negative. And then this yellow one is a motor lead. Just plug it in here. And my solar panels. Okay. Let's go with the ground and positive. And then we need a motor. Set the motor over here. This goes to the positive side. And this one goes to this yellow one that we put in here. Yep, it's firing up already. Okay, so this circuit works fine. So now that I know it's working good, I'm going to go ahead and shrink wrap it up. I'll keep the capacitor separate. This will just protect it, keep it all covered up. Don't really need to see it anyway. One more test. Works great. Okay, little circuit, all done. Time to build a little character. I think I'm gonna go ahead with the little hula girl. I think I like that idea. So I gotta figure that out. Hang on. I'm just now mounting the circuit board to the capacitor. I'm just going to add this second wire on the positive side here for the motor. So there it is. There's about as small as package as I can make. It's nestled right on the capacitor. The circuit board and everything's up there. And it's going to go under a base anyway. Let's test this out one more time, shall we? Just hold it on here. So it still works great. Good. Okay, so I'm still continuing my solar project here. I've decided to go ahead and take the solar panels out of the garden light fixtures. This metal and plastic fixture was part of the solar light, and I just popped them out by brute force basically, but being very careful that I didn't break the solar panel. So what I've decided to do is, if you go to model shows, you'll see a guy that sells these big bags of balsa wood in a package like this, and they only ask a couple bucks for the whole bag, and these are very useful. I've had these around for a long time. And inside the bags there's light plywood and balsa sticks and balsa wood of every shape and size. And that's what I'm going to build this with. I've decided to go with a hula girl here. I've always thought the hula bobble head girls were cool for the car, so why not make a solar powered one. I've never seen one, so I think this will be real unique. What I planned on doing, I don't have it all figured out yet, but this would be my base. This is a piece of light plywood, and then I planned on mounting a solar panel here and a solar panel there. And then I went on Google Images and I found myself a cute little hula girl. Here she is here. And I printed her out and I stuck her to a piece of light plywood, and then I cut her in half at the waist, and I plan on mounting her somewhere on here. I'm not sure exactly yet how, but I'm going to build this base up probably with some wood around the perimeter like this. And she'll sit on a little stage and she'll wiggle at the hips like that. So it should be real cute. So and then this thing that we built earlier, the electronics for it, will sit under the box, and my motor will just go in behind her, I think is how I plan to do this. I'm just kind of winging it. I really don't have plans, so I guess you'll see when I see. Okay, well, keep working on it, get this finished up. Shannon wants to go home. It's been a long day. Don't you, girl? Well, here's what I have so far. No, it's not done. I haven't finished it. The grill needs to be painted, of course, and the little stand needs to be finished. And I haven't put any ends on the box. And the linkage that's moving this back and forth isn't quite right. And I'm just using some pins right now for the pivot point. I like it. I think it's gonna work out really good. In the end, I think it will be a really nice little setup. Let me show you what I've done to it. I just made this little box out of the balsa. There's the little circuit board that we worked on. I just hot glued it in there. I just routed my wires, and then I put that little motor through a piece of little wood and wired it all up. Like I said, I still have to put ends on it and that, but and the linkage is going to be tricky, and I really don't want to do the final linkage until I actually do the finishing touches on this. I think I'll have my wife maybe make a little outfit for her and use a little bit of artificial grass down here, and this will just be something that sits in the window and just runs all the time. And then I think I'm also going to put another linkage that goes from here to here, so that when this pulls down, this goes the opposite way like that. And I think it will give her a little more movement. But I hate to show it to you not quite finished. In fact, once I do finish it in a later date, I'll make one more video of it just so you can see the finished product. I think there's enough here to give you an idea of how it works, and I know I'm pretty happy with it. All inspired from those little animal solar, these things, all inspired from those. Just a little bigger, that's all. Okay guys, I know this was a long one. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope maybe that I've inspired you to take apart some solar cells that you can find at the dollar store, little path lights, and build something with them. You don't have to build a hula girl, but you could build many things. And like I said, I'll put the schematics in the comment section of this video. If you have any comments of your own, we love to hear them. Thanks to all our new subscribers, and thanks to our old ones alike. We're really growing fast, and I appreciate that very much. It means a lot to us. So take care of yourself, and we'll see you next time. Keep on dancing. We'll see you guys. Take care. Hey guys, this is Steve. Thanks for watching. Hey, don't forget to subscribe if you like this video, and be sure to rate and comment. See ya.